Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you have stopped by to share a little bit of time with me and to make a card. I hope you will make it along with me. Today's project, I'm starting with the Sheetload of Cards sketch for July 2023. I'm way behind on this. I'm only making one of these because I wanted a special card. So I'm going to use all of the dimensions for one single card. And Alicia does a great job of giving that to you. And she also shows you how, to cut your cardstock and pattern paper to get the maximum. This month, it will give you 12 cards if you use, excuse me, 2 sheets of 12 by 12 DSP. And then you need your card bases and 2 pattern papers. One has to be white. I'm assuming it's going to be white. So, she's on YouTube and she's great. She comes up with some great ideas and I love her monthly ideas. A great way to make cards if you need a lot of them. All right. For today's project, I am going to be using Season of Chic. I love this set. I'm using the flowers. I'm going to use this one. I'm not using that one because I'm going to die cut. All right, so I'm using that flower. I am using from the coordinating dies. Oops. Oh, yes, I need this one. And this one will cut out the stamped image. This one we're going to cut out of foil. So I'm going to put those over here so that we're ready to go. For my sentiment, I went to Inked and Tiled Hello Friend. I use general sentiments, so just know that that's the reason why I went to a different stamp set. I just used like hello, hello friend, smile, things like that. So I'm going to be using some Petal Pink ink. My pad faded, so it doesn't look like it's Petal Pink. And then I'm using some of these gorgeous sparkle gems. I love these. I have used so many packages of these already, and they've only been in the catalog since it started in July, but I love them. There's a champagne, a black, and this is called clear, and they're very sparkly. And you know me with bling, I love my sparkle. Okay, for the card, we're going to need a piece of Petal Pink that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I need a piece of white that's 4 by 5 1/4. You'll need 2 of those, one for the inside. I have a piece of Petal Pink that's 2.5 by 3. A piece of white that's 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. Now I've got some pattern paper here. This one is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. You need 2 pieces that are 1 by 5 1/4, and I'm using different patterns. One is the front and the back, they go together, so I'm gonna use that. You need a tiny piece that's a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. You need a scrap of gold and a scrap of white. Now you wouldn't necessarily need the gold. I wanted some bling, so I pulled in the gold. Now, take and pause the video, cut your paper, and play along with me. All right, now that you've gotten all your paper cut, let's get started. I'm going to pull all of this out of the way, and I'm going to leave these 3 pieces here for now. All right. Take my papers off. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I've got to make sure I do this the right way. This is going to go down here like so. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that with my glue. I got to clean off the tip. If your glue is not coming out, check your tip. I love these, I don't know, needle nose tipped ones. Oh, that's upside down. Good thing I looked at it. check your pattern before you glue it down. And I'm going to leave a little tiny bit of a white showing at the bottom. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Hello Friend, and I need my navy, and I didn't get it. Ooh. Okay, I wasn't going to use the petal pink because I didn't think it would show up very good. So I'm going to take my Hello Friend and I'm going to stamp it. Ooh, let's make sure this is straight. So I stamp it straight since I've glued my paper down. All right, let me test this. With my luck, I would stamp it straight thinking it's straight. Yes, and it's not on the block straight, or the stamp isn't straight. You may put your block on, your sentiment on straight, but sometimes it's not. As you can see, this one's off just slightly. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, this is going to go on here. Excuse me. All right. I am using the pattern paper that's Delightfully Eclectic. And the reason I'm using it is that's the paper in my class next month. So if you haven't signed up, head over to my blog, creationsinpaper.com, and check it out. I do have an online piece, so I'm going to put that there. The next thing I need to do is I need to stamp my image with petal pink. All right. All right, there we go, like so. All right. And now I'm going to take my die and my scrap of gold, and I'm going to cut both of those out. I have my pieces cut out. When you cut these out, make sure you, if you've stamped it, make sure you use something to hold it onto your cutting platform, whether you use Big Shot, Stamp Cut and Emboss. I have the Big Shot, so that's what I use. Because, and I have the magnetic plate, so it has a tendency to slip. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to flip this around. Now, this has a flat edge, and this is a flat edge. So these two go on like so, and I'm going to have to pick it up, and I can't get it up. All right. Don't stick yet. And I'm gonna put this on like so. And you got a little bit of wiggle room. All right, and then to make sure that sticks and stays down, I'm gonna put a block on top of it as we put our card together. I'm gonna take my card base, and I just love this petal pink color. I'm telling you, I wasn't real fond of it, and the more I play with it, the more I like it. I'm going to take my piece of white, and I'm going to add that to my card base. I had to hold off on making my my video excuse me, today. I had to go to the dentist. Tuesday afternoon, I was eating some almonds, and I bit down on something, and it was really, really hard. And I went, what was that? I thought it was a piece of almond. Nope, it wasn't. It was my tooth. I have cracked my tooth. So I went in this morning. I called and said I wasn't in any pain, thank heavens. So I went in this morning, and they took x-rays and says, yes, you've cracked it. So they prepared me for a crown this morning. So they numbed me up really good. So you know how that is when you're numb, you can't talk very well. So I will be getting a crown. Now you need to know, I'm 70 years old and I have had no dental work other than cavities, filling cavities. So this was a major thing for me, and it was like, oh, I was nervous, but my girl, she was fabulous. I had her explain what they do for a crown because, like I said, I've never had one, but I survived. My mouth is now finally not numb and I can chat. All right, now when you put this on, watch the flowers. And I'm gonna put, this image is gonna be covered. This is the right way, so I'm gonna flip it around because the way this pattern goes is it kind of weaves through. So these are right side up, this is upside down, this is right side up. This will be covered, so I want the other two right side up. So keep that in mind. And then I'm gonna put this on and I'm gonna watch my spacing like so. Now, if you want space at the top and bottom more than I have, just take and, there we go, that's a little better. Cut these at 5 inches instead of 5 1/4. All right, we've got this put together. Now it's time for this. So I'm gonna add this with dimensionals. So I don't go back until October, but they, you know, I had a big hole in my tooth. It wasn't painful, which was good because I didn't go down to a nerve. And I was glad because I didn't need a root canal and a crown. But I'm not, it's like, But I guess once you get old, those things happen. You know, your body starts to wear out. I keep mine going as long as I can. All right, so this is gonna go on right like this. And see, these that are upside down are hidden. So I'm gonna put this on here, like so. And now I'm gonna take my flower, and just so you know, the outline doesn't go all the way around. There's pieces missing. So if that bothers you, fill it in. Doesn't bother me. All right, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna add a dimensional on my flower. And then the only thing we need is some bling, because those of you who know me know I like my bling. And I think I'm gonna put it on this way, like so. And I was gonna use the silver, but this is called champagne, but it's very close to that petal pink. I'm gonna use it. Now I'm gonna try my take your pick tool. I don't know if it's gonna work for this one or not, so let's find out. So I'm gonna take, oh, it does. I'm gonna take this one and a small one and another small one. All right, and then I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna add a big one. This is probably why I go through these, have gone through these so fast. Usually I put 3 on, but I've been doing 5 lately. That one's gonna be stubborn. All right. And there's the Fabulous Friday creation. And you know, you need to make the inside as pretty as the outside. So make sure you use your stamps and inks and stamp the inside. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the information section below. Have a fabulous Friday. Bye.